Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Fatmata here from Traditionally Inspired Meaningful Art, and today I am participating in the community sewing challenge, which is hashtag 5 handmade essentials, and this was created by Sara from Naughty Gnome Crafts, and I love her channel. I was able to collaborate with her last year on a really special project. I'm really excited, and I've watched so many of the videos from sewing YouTubers sharing what they think are essential pieces in their wardrobes, and it's been nice to kind of see what I already have in my stash that is similar and to see where we have similarities also. So that's been really cool. I was tagged by Julie over at the Curated Curvy, and I love her channel. I have mentioned her channel a number of times on mine. I love her spirit, her energy, like we are kindred spirits, and I love it. And when I was watching her video, I was just like nodding the whole time, because as she was talking about some of the patterns, I was like, oh, I've seen you make that. And it just felt like, yes, you are speaking to your tried and trues. And I was like, yes, I get it. So that was really special and lovely. And then she tagged me. So I was really, really excited to be able to jump on board and share with you all what I believe my 5 handmade essentials are. I really had to get serious about what an essential is and not just start listing off my favorites, because I do have favorites in each of these categories, but they're not necessarily my essentials, and that was so tough for me. So the 5 categories are your essential top, your essential bottom, your essential one piece, which could be a dress or a jumpsuit, your essential layering piece, and then a wild card option. So there's a lot going on here. All right, let's just dive in. For my essential top, I actually went for this vintage McCall's pattern. It is 3187. Now, I went for this because as it is a knit top, I have made a couple of versions of this. And one of the versions that I wanted to highlight was this cropped sort of brown colored version that I made, and I wear this under so many of my dresses when I have a V-neck in the dress, because I don't feel comfortable exposing all of this. I often wear this under as a layering piece so that I can wear those V-neck dresses over top of it. So that has been, like, when I talk about an essential, something I'm pulling out all the time, it is this. I also revisited this pattern to recently make a sort of like swimsuit top out of this swimsuit lycra fabric that I picked up at G Street in their dead stock section. So unfortunately I can't link to it, but I did go ahead and use that pattern to make this, and it just has the best fit. I also used it to include like a shelf bra on the inside, so I was very excited. I have plans to make it again out of this fabulous bamboo striped knit fabric that I picked up at U Fine Fibers in Charlottesville, Virginia. So this is going to be a pattern that keeps on giving, I think, because of its simplicity, but also the phenomenal fit, even down to the sleeves. It's just wonderful, and I know that I'm going to be revisiting this again. For my essential bottom, this was a tough one. I don't make a ton of separates, I have come to find, but what I would highlight here is a circle skirt. And I'm talking quarter, half circle, full circle, double circle skirt. Okay, and I feel comfortable mashing all of those together because really I'm thinking of websites like the By Hand London Circle Skirt Calculator, which I think is a phenomenal resource if you're trying to figure out how to make your own circle skirt. But I have made circle skirts in the past, a double circle skirt out of a yellow duvet cover, mashing that with S8875, I believe. And then also I recently made just a half circle skirt, and I love it so much. I think it's so versatile. You get to kind of come up with the sizing yourself if you use those circle skirt calculators, and it's definitely a silhouette that I think is very beautiful on so many bodies. For my essential one piece, I love dresses, so this was super tough. But in the end, the dress that I went for is S8834. This is the first version I have made of that dress. I made this one, I think, back in 2020. I have since went on to make this dress numerous times. I have made it out of a black floral rayon fabric that I picked up at G Street Fabrics. I have then made it out of a brown crepe fabric that I picked up at Joann's. I have modified that one to include a collar and a button front placket. I have used the top bodice portion of it with this twist front to make two blouses. One that I made more recently out of that white fabric, and another that I made out of a white and navy sort of gingham print. And I have just loved the versatility of this pattern and the hackability. The skirt portion I have also used for underskirts when I'm lining dresses, and for skirts on their very own just by attaching a waistband to it. I love this pattern. Anything that sort of like can tie in the front and cinch me in just a little bit. I love the shaping that it creates, and it is one that I go back to time and time again. For my essential layering piece, this is also a more recent one that I have come to do. It is a simplicity pattern for this duster, and I'll put the number up on the screen. After I've made this, I actually have made two more of them. One that I gifted to my cousin, another that I gifted to my best friend. And depending on the fabric that you use, it could be a bit more structured like this one is, which is a poly cotton, or if you use a more fluid drapier fabric, you will also have that like swanning about effect. But this in its essence is so great. I did hack it to include this sort of like you know, little placket down the front, but and I also added waist ties to mine as well so I could cinch them in. But as far as layering pieces go, I find this so versatile, and I'm going to be revisiting this pattern again for my resort wear collection with all of the rayon fabrics, and I cannot wait. I think it's going to be fabulous. For my essential wild card, this is going to be the category of an item that you didn't get to previously mention, but you feel like is essential to your wardrobe. And here I had to pull out another dress pattern because, again, I live for a good dress. And the one that I'm going to call out that has been really good to me is S8875. I love this dress pattern so much. This was the first version I made, and it is in this amazing rayon fabric that I got at G Street Fabrics. They don't necessarily sell a ton of rayons anymore, which really makes me sad. But I had gotten this off of the floor, like they were selling it in store. It wasn't from the dead stock section, which is where I get a lot of my other fabrics from. But this was so beautiful, I couldn't pass it up. And when I go away on a vacation, if there's someone having a baby shower, graduation party, engagement party, you tell me what it is, this dress is appropriate. It is so gorgeous. The fit of it is beautiful with this umpire waist. You have a bit of gathers here right under the bust. It just skims over the body, and it ends in this beautiful gathered panel at the bottom. I feel like $1,000,000. I have since hacked it, and I made my So Yellow for Endo dress last year out of a yellow duvet cover, and it was just stunning. I hacked it and sort of added a waistline seam and attached a double circle skirt to it, and I feel fabulous in that as well. So those are the essentials in my wardrobe, the pieces that I reach for time and time again. Again, not necessarily my favorites in each of the categories, but when I think of the things that I will definitely be making time and time again, revisit the patterns, and they always work out for me. That's kind of where I am. So now it's my turn to tag some folks, and I wanted to go ahead and tag Steph from Steph Sewn. I have found her channel to be incredibly informative and fun to watch. And second, I would say, is Shutoka, and I have mentioned her a number of times in my videos as well. I love her channel because anytime she makes something, she'll come on and do a really nice, quick, concise, but super informative sewing pattern review. And I just find them so helpful. And I also wanted to put in there Whitney from Whit Makes. I love her channel, have loved following her, even from her, like things that she shares from her personal life, but also her sewing practice. And she has made some recent things that I'm like, I hope that those end up in her sewing essentials because because they've just been so lovely. The last person that I'm going to tag is Carly from Sewscape. She sews from a lot of Berta style patterns, and I just love following her channel. Her energy, her personality is just phenomenal, and I like following her journey as well. And I wanted to choose these individuals who like sew from different types of patterns. So Steph sewn with a lot of the vintage patterns. Shutoka does a lot of the big four. Whitney does a mix of things and also does quite a few indie patterns as well. And then Carly from Sewscape does a lot of the Berta style patterns. So I thought that that would add some variety in the types of patterns that they could share as far as what their essentials are. So that's it for me today. Thank you again so much to everyone who's participated in this sewing challenge, and also thank you so much to Sara from Naughty Gnome Crafts for starting this challenge, and thank you so much to Julie for tagging me in it. I so appreciated reflecting a little bit and sharing this with you. As far as what I'm wearing today, this was a self-drafted dress that I made back in 2020 for my birthday, and I absolutely love this dress. It is getting worn down, y'all. It's getting worn down, but I will wear it until the threads fall off of this thing. I will. It just has the most amazing silhouette in my opinion. I think I utilized the limited fabric that I had from this rayon fabric that I picked up from Joann Fabrics years ago. I think I used it very well given the limited quantity that I had. It has two tiers at the bottom, so it has a gathered tier below this right here, gathered ruffle tier at the bottom, and I think I did a great job fitting the bodice. And look at the sleeves. I even added a cuff and used all the elastic from all of those masks that I was making back in 2020 for the little button loops. I'm just so proud of this dress. And this was before I even lined the bodice and the, you know, like first half of the skirt. Like I was doing things with this dress. I was so proud of this make. And while I might do some things differently if I was making this today, my 2020 self, like this was a big accomplishment. And I still love this dress. The print is fabulous. Like the matching of all the things. Hello, do you see it in the sleeves? Do you see it? I'm very proud of this dress. I hope you have a lovely day. Stay creative, my friends. Bye-bye.